being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway. As we get closer to the race, will the McLaren be fancying their chances in this one?
Getting into the top 6 is a very good start. With an error-free race, they'll be confident of grabbing some points.
And it looks like we're good to go. Who will win? Only time will tell. Here at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Got Lewis D from Grin off the line. Grin slow, Captain Red Dog round the outside potentially. Falsey in 4th, but he's got Vermilion looking to go up the inside of him. Looks like he has done, as has Captain Red Dog. It's a Red Bull 1-2. Grin staying on the inside though, as we're looking into turn number 3. He goes into the inside at this point, so he's looks like the Captain Red Dog hasn't given him the space, and just because he's this season's champion doesn't mean to say he's getting any extra credit. Vermilion though does get ahead of Falsey, and he's got Drummy behind him quite close. Meanwhile, Saturalis has got Imrahil further back, so look at that, I guess.
It was the Williams driver we see there.
Just into turn 3.
Opens up for them.
Imrahil not giving him that much of a gap. He's having to, Saturalis having to fight for his space, manages to go round.
Up into 18.
And yeah, that's into 18th. Imrahil with a bad qualifying, as had the Williams. Speaking of qualifying, we've had the kicks out of Neo Cortez up in 7th, the 2 Alpines 8th and 9th. So really could go down to a 1-race shootout for who is best of the rest at the bottom of the table this season. We're following the Haas of Vermilion. He's got Falsey behind him as we come up to the end of lap 1. Falsey's had a little bit of a look, but it wasn't much. DRS is now enabled. We'll pop the speed up here. We'll see what's going. Meanwhile, I'm going to follow Captain Red Dog because Grin manages to go up the inside of him, pushes Red Dog wide. Red Dog seeing if he can stick with him and make him move back. Meanwhile, I think he's got Imrahil as well. Imrahil's just going to be falling back at the back of the grid. I'm going to leave that be. Yeah, we'll leave that be. As Red Dog in the DRS gets close to Grin, but Grin's also closed up on Lewis. We know there's bad blood between Grin and Lewis after the Canadian finale. Lewis hoping to get a race win that's eluded him so far this season. Grin wanted to get his tally up to the Big 5. Vermilion has got a nice gap of a second from False. In fact, Vermilion's now getting onto the back of this pack, and he's going to go Red Dog. Red Dog probably caught napping there. Meanwhile, Grin's up under the back of Lewis, seeing what he can do. And he's going to give his second DRS. He's going to go to the inside. Meanwhile, Drummy's got Falsey. We've also got safety car. Has this got anything to do with it? Falsey looks like he's going to the outside. Sells Falsey the dummy. Drummy's to the inside. And he's round. And we can look behind. Front wing is broken for... that's not good because I don't think I brought spares. Well, I did. So that's lucky. Anyway, what have you done to your tyres? You're on... but you're going to be sat in traffic for ages if you're on the hards. Safety car's been deployed. Because I saw that replace. It may have not showed me that, but Ferrari has come in. This is Ferrari and Imrahil. Racing incident. Ooh! Wow. Okay. Turn of the star taken out there by Imrahil. So Imrahil pushed a little bit wide into turn 1. And I don't know what happened to him then, but the car's retired. Turn the start. Has that happened afterwards? Yeah, maybe that's happened afterwards. Anyway, we've got the safety car out for this incident. That's not the way you do these cars, or drivers, or teams want to end the season, but with 2 men down, let's get ourselves into conserve mode, guys. I don't think anyone's going to pit, but I'm just going to take this opportunity to quickly have a look at the pit's position. Grin on the soft, that's why he's able to make good progress. We're going to speed this up. Ooh! Well, I've made a mistake there. We've had a pit tsunami. Lewis D was the first out of the pits, followed by Grin. Jam Master J is also pitted for the Haas. This puts Vermillion up into the lead. I think that's a bad call. I wouldn't pit, and I'm someone with the worst tyre life. Yeah, history tells me therefore I'm the one who's wrong. But we'll watch Grin come to the back in 15th, Lewis in 14th. So the race has absolutely been torn into 2. It's probably worth it. I don't know what the gap's going to be. Anyway, let's speed this up. Let's last time I did this luxury pitted, not this time. Okay. Going round again. It's a fairly long safety car cycle. And again. We're on lap 8 of 71. Safety car is ending. We have got Vermillion from Red. These tyres are still hot. How the hell is that the case? Okay, well, you can push, you can deploy. Look after your tyres though. Safety car has ended. Vermillion. It's time to go very late. Captain Red Dog right behind him into turn 1, but I think he's probably got him covered off. Further down the back, we've got Falsey going wide, doesn't give Neo Cortex opportunity. We've got a yellow flag. Peter Crisp is spun. He's stranded out in the run off turn 1.
Heading into turn 1. That's it. That's the spin.
Of his own accord.
They were pretty powerless to do anything.
Everyone else comes in order. It's a bad result for Alpine there. These tyre temps just... It's hot for these softs, that's the problem. We're back in racing conditions. Let's speed this up then. Captain Red Dog, looking at the back of Vermillion. Vermillion had a bad race last time out. He's hoping he can make the most of this going forward. He's got Drummy all over the back of him. Drummy's look, see if he can go up the inside. Can't quite. DRS is now enabled. This is gap to lead, I want gap to person. Meanwhile, Neo Cortez looks at the inside of Falsey, doesn't quite make the pass. Mini E and Dark Side B behind. Dark Side B on the inside. Mini E being pushed wide. He's not going to be happy about that. Mildew up in 8th, holding off Boar. Mildew hoping that he can hold that position, but he's going to have the fast charging cars from Lewis D kind of chasing behind him. Oh bloody hell, I've killed that. That's not a good idea. That was a bad idea. Yeah, Falsey's been taken over by Neo Cortex there. That's my bad, and that's going to be too much. Oh, I'm going to have to go in, try and clean air. Oh, and your tyres are just... Oh, God, what the hell's going on here? Well, Falsey's now got Dark Side B. Dark Side by, sorry, behind him. Got another yellow flag. Vermillion! Oh, Vermillion!
Now we can see what happened. Now this is what happened as they took turn 8. Oh, and the car
It's
locks
just a
up.
lockup.
What caused that, I wonder?
Just a lockup, but he's ended up like beached on the grass. He goes from first to last. Ah, Vermilion. That's
Let's take a
gutting.
closer look. Here we are, we're looking at turn 11. The opportunity's there.
That's a nice pass there by Darkside 182.
Closer and closer to that podium. Now in 4th place.
Wow. As Mini E gets falsy, I'm not too worried about that. I'm more interested in Drummy taking the lead of this race in his McLaren. That'd be a massive points haul for McLaren. He manages to hold on to that. You got to remember, this is only half the battle for first. We're on split strategies after that early safety car. You know what's going to happen with the Lewis D chasing pack. Lewis is the head of the two, well, I'm going to call the two stoppers, but the early stoppers. Grin kind of getting caught there. I think John Master J is probably doing great there. It's Captain Red Dog looking to go to the inside here. Takes the lead of this race back. Meanwhile, we've got Neo looking to go to the inside of Darkside by, got Mini E behind him. Falsy and Mildew are also in the train. So this is a really close battle here. I'm going to see what happens as we go into the final corner. Can Drummy take this place back? Yes, he can into turn 1. Following Neo, he couldn't do it on Darkside by. He's going to do anything in this next section as Drummy just holds off into turn 3. Gotta say, Mini E is the closest here in his Alpine. Alpine going well here. What can he do? The issue he's going to have is that, wow, I was going to say the Sauber's going to have DRS, but didn't seem to be that much of an issue. And he's cleanly round, and now he's going to be chasing down Darkside by 182. We're on board here with the Sauber. Seeing if he can do anything. They couldn't quite make that change. And yeah, Mini doing well. Devlin's got false. Let's have a look at that.
We're heading now into turn 5. It's there for the taking.
I probably need to have a quick look at Falsey and see what's going on with his tyres, but that's a great move there by Devlin.
And that puts them in 6th.
Oh, you can see the Williams going wide there. He's been pushed wide there by, I guess that was Lewis D. So Lewis D's now into 9th, so gap to leader there is only 8.3 seconds. Pitting early might have been the right call, especially now he's right behind Falsey. He didn't pit. Falsey's tyre, he must have had an issue because his tyres have died off. And I've just got to conserve these. You can see Falsey's been nailed by Victor Mildew. John Master J with the mechanical, really unlucky. And Lewis D trying to go around the outside of Falsey. Falsey's not having it. Falsey got still decent grip, I guess, on those tyres, even if they are at the end of their life. And yeah, being held up here is going to be really bad news for Lewis D. He's up the inside now, and he makes a relatively clean pass there into turn 1. And that's job done for the Red Bull. And he's round Victor Mildew as well. He made short work of that. I wasn't even expecting it to happen. And now he's chasing down Neo Cortex. Meanwhile, Drummy, let's see if he can make a pass into turn 1. He's up to the inside. And Red Dog doesn't let him through, but he doesn't fight it too hard. He's got the DRS back into this corner. And he's back up the inside. These two really need to be kind of working together rather than fighting and squabbling. It's just allowing, well, I guess for Captain Red Dog it doesn't matter, Lewis Dees his teammate. So either this is the right strategy or the other one is. You have to say though, you look at your grins and your Satcharides and you know, these guys have all not made it through. On the one stops, only Lewis is sort of making this work. Kutuf is your next best on the one stop. He's down in 12. Boar's now in. I'll expect Falsey in this lap as well, I think. Well, Falsey's strategy was kind of built on there being a safety car, but he's destroyed his tyres in one of those laps, and that's really caused an issue. So there's a second question here as Drummy takes this lead back. It's who's going to pit first, who's going to go along, who's going to look for the undercut. Which strategy is the best one here for these guys, as Red Dog getting back up the inside, Drummy just can't seem to nail that. Take the position and hold it. Mini E's fighting Dark Side by with Cheeky in the Ferrari looking at it as well. These guys are 2 seconds ahead of Lewis. Seeing what they can do there. See what happens as we come up to the start finish. We've got Mini E around the outside. Boar's got Falsey. Falsey pitted. Sorry guys, gotta sort this guy out because I think tyres are warmed up. Fine. Back here, Cheeky's got a look at Mini E. Lewis D's caught up by over a second last lap. Drummy's ahead of Red Dog in the lead, but Drummy's coming to the pits, so he's the first person to move. I see Mini E failed the overtake on Dark Side by. Everyone's overspeeding. Dark Side just about keeps it within track limits there, keeps his foot in, makes it impossible for these other guys to get ahead. Drummy's come back out in 8th, but he's got, in 16th, sorry, but he's got an 8-second gap in front of him, so he can put the power down, make the most of this open space. Neo Cortex was also pit down at 18th, Falsey 19th. As Red Dog's in, so where's he going to come out in relation to Drummy? Oh, they're going to be side by side, but Drummy takes it. We've got a red flag. We've got a red flag. After it, I'm 19th. That's not good for me.
We should be able to take a look here. Now look, here we head into turn 2.
Oh.
And that's the moment the car plows into the wall. And they'll have to pick themselves up after that.
That's really unfortunate for the Saubers. Red flag. Wow. What can we do here? It's hard to the end. Can I look at strategy? I don't know how you get to the strategy screen from here because that's going to be settings. Let's quickly pause. Falsey. Edit. That button. Hard to the end. On lap now. We think it's better to stay on the tyres you're already on. I don't think I can do anything with that now. I think I've already done it. Yeah, I'm in the pits. Okay, well, I've done it. Oh, I've made a bad call. Sorry, first play. Bye guys, a red flag. I wasn't expecting this one today. Does that do anything to the... Ah, did check the weather. Should be fine. Oh, it was a bloody grid start. So dark side by from minute E. I'm going to quickly check the tyres. Everyone was on brand new tyres. Everyone's taking the stop. Dark side by on the softs. That should help him here. Lewis Dealf into third at this point, but I guess his tyre advantage is now gone. Kutoof in fourth. He's holding off Cheeky Devlin. Vermillion's got Falsey.
Right, let's have a look now. Around turn 3.
This is probably salvaged Vermillion's race a little bit. Yeah, some cars at the outside looking like it was stronger for all those who took that particular position. The Red Dog looks like he's coming back on Aston Martin there, which I'm guessing is Ball. Wow. We'll go on board with Robbo. Yeah, everyone's gone. Alright, Falsey, just go, you're at the back, just go slow. Just go slow. Just driving clean air, and we'll come back to you at the end of the race. We'll see how you're doing. Right, what have we got here? Dark Side, he's got his 1 second, he's broken DRS. Minute E's got Lewis D behind him in second place. He's got a bit more time for the DRS, but not much. Robbo's the closest on the Ferrari. In the background, we see Grin on Mildew. Grin on the inside. Mildew, can he keep his foot in? He's the sort of guy I suspect would, and he has done, and that's normally been the best option. It looks to be the same case here. That means Henke's now coming into play, but DRS is available. Mildew not far enough ahead to get DRS off the next car ahead, and that now means Grin's been able to go to the inside. Mildew keeping his foot in, he's not giving it up. That is not in his nature. And yeah, he manages to maintain the place, that's worked well. He might be slowing down the whole back behind him. But if that gets the Mercedes the points they need today, that's absolutely fine. Meanwhile, Floyd Freak, I think, jumped Henke in the background there. He's now up to 9th. Looking at the tyres, yeah, Floyd Freak with the softs, so he's got some opportunity to make some ground. Those tyres will go off quickly. The other thing you've got to note though is all these runners, softs and mediums, shouldn't be able to make the end. So Drummy in 13th is the one most likely to be able to do something with it. So we're going to go up to 2 times speed to keep this race going. Grinning about a cat of mechanical. It doesn't seem to be stopping him in this overtake. He's going to the inside this time. Victor's still keeping his foot in, but if they're side by side, both with DRS into the first corner, and yet Victor's keeper. Victor showing he's a good racer, and you put him in the right machine, then he'll be able to win races. The Mercedes just letting him down this season. Falsey's got John Master J at the back. Yeah, let's have a look at that.
Take a look now. Now we're watching the action closely here.
Nice DRS pass. This is at the back of the grid.
And the overtaking.
Meanwhile, Lewis is now cut to the back of Dark Side by. He's going to try and make a move into turn 1. He's going up the inside. That is generally the better position to take if you can position your car there. And now he's up ahead. DRS now for his adversary. He now goes to the inside and he loses the lead of the race. Lewis D back where he wants to be. Kutoof, meanwhile, in that podium position in those softs, but probably needs to be making a bit more headway while he's got the best rubber. Mini and Devlin are behind there. Robbo in 6th. A lot's going on here for 28 laps. Lap 29. And Robbo's got ahead of Cheeky. And he's now looking at getting ahead of the squabbling guys in front. Kutoof's always got his hands full with Mini E. I mean, he's not paying enough attention. He's getting pushed wide there by Robbo, 182, and now he's looking to go forward. As you can see, the camber as a ride aboard with Robbo. Expect he's going to make short work here and get into the podium places. As he goes over the inside of turn 1, leaves enough room, and just whether he can hold off the DRS push of Kutuf. He does. Ferrari's now ahead of Mini as well. And there we have it. Robbo, and you can sort of see he's trying to break away now and see if he can catch up to the leaders. You have to say though, Devlin's making good use of his tyres, he's not burning it too much. As we've had a change of position for the lead. Lewis getting through on turn 1. Dark side by 182, he's coming by on turn 3. And into sector 2, he'll keep the lead, and these guys might be tussling like that for most of the race. What else is going on? Henke meanwhile is behind Grin. Grin's got a queue behind him. I know he's only 1 second behind the guys in front, but that seems like a absolute world at this point. Henke goes round the outside. Grin keeps his foot in, but it's not the best place to be. That's going to give Jimbo Django the opportunity to go around the outside as well. Is Grin going to lose 2 places in 2 corners? Wow. Meanwhile, Saturales is catching up behind as well. Force him on him to do something more than that. You're not doing enough. Going back here. Grin's got Saturales now behind him. Again, he's more likely to lose a place in game 1, but I'm going to jump on with Jimbo Django. And McLaren up the inside of the Williams into turn 1. Manages to hold on. He's now looking at Mildew. Mildew falling away. Going to be really disappointed with how his race is going. He's trying to cool his car by the looks of things, keeping the cool air. The Saturales is all over the back of Grin. Oh! Into the wall.
Let's have a look here as we go into turn 8.
This is of his own doing.
There's contact with the barrier.
I thought he got a nudge, but
And there's been quite a crash.
he just crashed in on his own. Let's see if it gives you a different vision. No, the exact same replay was seen twice. Okay. Well, he's staying ahead of Falsey, so that's not, doesn't help me much, but so yeah, it is hot temps today. Jam Master J on the back of Falsey. Jam Master J is bad. His mechanical fault, but he's got DRS. I need you to break this. Give you a deploy and I'll forget about it like I always do. Lewis D falling. Is he falling away? Is that going to count as DRS? Is just a second. It does count. But he's now 1.2. If he falls further than that, you can expect. You can expect that Dark Side-By is going to get away with it. Meanwhile, Kutuf now under massive pressure. He's got Robbo on the inside, but possibly to his benefit, he's got the Ferrari and the Sauber also fighting for position. So you can't expect he's just going to get away with that. We'll ride on board with the Ferrari. That's how it goes here. Captain Red Dog with the mechanical, but he's down in 13th behind Grin. So he's already outside the points. I told you I'd forget. Meanwhile, Robbo right on the back of Kutuf. Is he going to make a move? No. He's given Cheeky the opportunity to catch up. I'm not sure what happened there with Robbo. Maybe he's also forgotten to turn his battery to the right setting. So pretty dumb to do that. He's gone up the inside into that final corner. Can Kutiv do anything about that? I don't know who gets the DRS in that situation where it looks like it's not Robbo. Kutiv's not close enough to anything. Mildew and Henke switching positions while that was going on. And we'll quickly go back to the front of this queue. Kutiv hasn't been dropped by Robbo, so sticking with the Aston Martin. We're focusing the Ferrari in the queue. Oh, the Jimbo Jangle goes a little bit wide there. Is he going to try and make a move? He's coming to the inside of Kutiv. Looks like an easy pass in the end for the Ferrari. Mercedes just not quite at the performance level it needs here. Again, it's trying to cool its engine. It's got really bad cooling, but can't really complain. GRcade cars exactly the same. Fluid Freak looking to go around Kutiv, but he's also got Henke behind him, so he's got to be careful. We'll have a quick look at the tyres while these guys are racing and see what we've got tyre life wise. Dark Side by must have had a major issue. His tyres have dropped off a cliff 36%, or he's just pushing really hard. Looking at other drivers similar, the millions the same. So, yeah, I think he's got past Lewis, but Lewis I think is going to be coming back at him. Devlin in third place because that's the fastest lap because his tyres at 73%. He's just been biding his time there. Now he's going to. He could get to. I mean, because you're looking at Force 79, 72. That's close to race distance on those tyres. Yeah. Close. Not quite though. Another yellow flag. Dark Sidebye's into the pits. Vermilion spun.
Let's have a look at that. Well, things are okay at this stage. And round they go. And ultimately, just unable to bring the car under control.
Is that to the barriers? No, it's back out. Our Dark Side coming back out. While proving that the one-stop strategy in those hards was not a great strategy. To come straight out behind Falsey. Where we are. Which means that the Aston Martins have got a very good chance of catching the GRcade Racing team. They're not worrying about that right now. They're worrying about third place. They want that podium. However, it'd be a massive outcome for the Saubers if they manage to get on the podium after their pointless season so far. But Robbo's going to take that away from them. He's trying to come up the inside, doesn't manage it. Henke's doing his best on interference for his own gains, but it does help Fluid Freak just get a breath. And that's what we're seeing in the moment. Robbo with decent tyre life, Henke with even better tyre life. Actually, Henke do expect to kind of get to the front of this queue, given enough time. Robbo up to the inside. It's got DRS, it has free abreast DRS. Oh, Fluid Freak just by some miraculous intervention stays on the track. Wow, Dark Side by 182 takes false suit. I guess we'll have a look at that.
This was at Curva do Sol. They decide to give it a go.
There's a little bit of interference from Bohr. We're expecting Dark Side's going to get past Bohr as well in the next corner.
And the RB manages to get by.
They're all going to get past Bohr? No, False has to back out. I want to see how Cheeky's doing now. I want to see the times. 4 seconds. Oh, and I've missed all the action. Robbo, Henke's got to the front of this queue. Robbo is trying to see what he can do. Falsey's got Bohr, that's fine. I thought that might happen. Oh, and Fluid Freak's pushed wide. He drops down to 7th. He's going to feel badly done there. Well, I got Mini E now on the back of Grin. Grin's managed to work his way back up to the points. There has been some pit stops, so that might be part of it. It's about who's going to go when and what tyres they've got to go onto. Fluid Freak's into the pits. Well, he probably decided it was better off getting off those tyres now they've been made dirty than trying to continue fighting on them. get himself some clear air and go again. Mini-E's got past Grin, so Alpine's looking to score some decent points here as well. So they're not out of this fight yet. Meanwhile, Jimbo Django on the back of Henke. He's in DRS. Henke's trying to catch up to the back of Cheeky as well, as the Mercedes of Kutuf is coming to the pits. Where's he going to come out? He's hoping to get in front of Jam Master J. It looks like he will. In fact, he's got out in front of Floyd Freak, so that was important with the race at the beginning, or the front of the pack. And tyres wise, both are mediums. Mediums would get to the end of the race now. Jimbo Django's now in the pits. Let's check tyre life. Everyone's doing okay. Red Dog's in as well. Jimbo Django on his way out. Where's he going to come out with regards to the Mercedes? I think he's got the measure of him. Grin with a lockup as we see racing behind.
The car fails to respond, but that's just the risk you take. The later you leave it.
Oh, he's got to be careful of that rejoin. Floyd's got ahead of Kutuf. So his tyres must be warmed up ready for the Sauber. That's a good early move to make, but he's got to keep to the back of Jimbo Django. He's now in the pits. Grin's ruined those tyres. Grin already pitted. If he hasn't, he's going to have to come in again soon. I thought he'd already pitted. Those tyres are poor. That lock up. He's coming back behind this fighting group, but I think he was there already before the stop started. He's also onto the mediums. Lewis D though, I think he can go around again. Devlin's going to be shy for the end, but Dark Side by 182, he can make it to the end here. Henke's in. I think the McLaren's going to come through, but is going to get ahead of the Sauber? No. So he's come back into that group. As you see, Kutuf get ahead of Floyd Freak. And he's back into the points now, 10th place. As Lewis gets caught by Cheeky, his tyre's just gone off. I feel like Cheeky's come from nowhere. Cheeky with a fastest lap. Cheeky gets pushed out wide. These guys now squabbling for position. That's not good for their overall performance. So Cheeky went 2 seconds a lap faster there. Horsey's got the Grin.
Okay, so heading into turn 1 here.
DRS turns to the first corner.
Up that takes them to 7th place.
Let's see if Lewis has just turned up the speed of the top. 1:13.3 last time round was pretty poor compared to some of the other drivers. Into the 112s now, but Cheeky's gone off the inside of him. Robbo's now into the pits. Jimbo Django with the fastest lap. He is the lead of that group, which did include... I thought he included Robbo. But yeah, he's there with Henke, yeah, so he was in this group. He's fallen to the back of it, and you can look on the mini-map just how far that is from, say, 7th place. He's right behind Falsey. Falsey's always on that little mini-map because he's one of my guys. So yeah, that's a big distance he's lost. Lewis D has now pit. His tyres won't make it to the end. And he's coming out just behind Falsey and Jimbo Django. That's a big drop for Jimbo Django to make the jump on him. So Jimbo Django now A major contender for the race win here. Dark Side by is there as well. False he's not because Jimbo Jango's already ahead of him. Devlin's got to see if he can hold it on. I don't think he can. He's got a 7-second gap to Dark Side. But you've got to imagine, Cheeky comes out and puts on just a pair of softs. He can get to the end of this race really easily. Lewis D gets past Falsey, which is important for the race. This is very early, around the outside. Falsey very compliant. Falsey looking to stay out and cool air. I need to turn it off. Might be costing him actually now. But the car's still high temp. Oh, apologies for knocking on the table, that'll come through the mic. Red Dog just got past 5 million and Boar's looking to pass him as well. Red Dog having a bad final race. Is it getting dark? 5% of rain, but it's just cloud cover. Lewis Steve, that's a fast lap, 109. Robbo with a 109 as well. These guys are putting their foot down in these softs. Track temperatures are coming down. Which is very important. So what's going on here? Lewis is now on the back of Drummy. These are key positions in the race. Because Jimbo Django is actually the main one. Drummy just needs to hold position and let his teammate through. Drummy's still got the lead. He's sort of helping Jimbo Django out. Jimbo Django on the outside, switches to the inside. Can he get past Lewis? I think Lewis must have taken that from Django already, but yeah, there he goes, and the McLaren's holding each other up. Drummy would be loath to give him the position, but his tyres are done, and all he's doing is giving Lewis D ground. You can see how fast he's getting away. I mean, it's a matter of time, but if Drummy wants to dive into the way, doesn't. Drummy, get out of the way! The McLaren's. It's a poor strategy there, I think, from the McLarens. They should have just let Jimbo Django bolt, and they haven't. And now Drummy's looking to see if he can come back, but all it's going to do is slow Jimbo Django down, and Lewis D is up the road. And that's going to allow Falsey to close up. Dark Side by 182 has got to the back of Cheeky. This is for the race win. It's gone round the outside in turn one. It's usually not a great place, but such is his tyre advantage. He manages to pull that off. Devlin now with the DRS. He's going to try and fight for the lead back. But if he doesn't get it here, which looks like he hasn't, I think that's that one done. Falsey got Drummy.
Let's take a closer look. Now we're watching the action closely here.
It's round the outside into turn one.
And 5th place after that.
Drummy's staying on the back of Falsey, so he might get that place back. But it's over a second now for this lead. Dark Side of decent tyre life. And a decent lead. You've got to think, with 15 laps to go. Well, it's 15 laps. Cheeky's definitely not come in. Drummy's got to come in. And then Falsey's the next one there. Drummy! He's had a puncture! Oh, well, and he's got a crowd of cars behind him who've just smothered him, and McLaren thrown away. If he just pitted, he would have been able to come back at the pack surely, but he's just thrown it away. He's down to 13th. The chasing pack are coming around him now. He's not getting out of the way, staying a bit too close to the racing line for my liking. As a grin now goes around him, and he finally comes into the pits. And yeah, it's going to sort that puncture out well. That's going to cost McLaren big. Well, McLaren's position in the championship is pretty much secured, but not the way Drummond wanted his season to finish. Going to be looking for a good points haul, and that's just been a bit of a blunder in my opinion. As much as that counts for anything. Devlin now is going to be the next man that needs to come in. He's now dropped 6 seconds to the lead. It's 4 seconds back to Lewis. If he comes in now, he's going to drop back in 12, because everyone goes at 1, don't they? So he'll drop into 12 and he's then have to make that gap back up. But if he catches the back of that group, he can easily get back up to 5th. With 11 laps to go, he's losing 2 seconds a lap, 3 seconds a lap. So you can expect these guys are going to catch him now before the end of the race. It's exactly what Lewis is doing. Oh, Falsey's fuel's finally gone over the limit. His tyre temps have finally come in. Falsey's the next one at risk. But from that line, he should just make it to the end. Cheeky's now being overtaken around the outside by Lewis. He'll try and make it difficult, but Lewis is just going to land this. Jimbo Django is going to be straight behind him. Ferrari does manage to get back up in front. Robbo's got ahead of Falsey. I just didn't switch back. So this doesn't seem to be the end of the overtake. So I must come back on DRS. Because he's back behind. Yeah, overtake came back. Ooh! Puncture! Ah, the Ferrari have thrown it away. They have not taken heed from the McLarens. You better come to the pits. He has done. It's Falsey and Robbo come round. And yeah, he's down to 10th before he even crosses the pit lane entry. Ferrari mechanics with a very fast stop there. But Devlin's going to be disappointed with that. As he drops down to 15th. What's he got tyre life wise? 90, right, brand new set of softs. He's now going to have to put in 10 qualifying laps. See what he can do here. But had he come in early, he would have jumped for Million and Red Dog. And yeah, as I said, he'd have been in 12th and he could have come from there. What's that done for him time wise then? Well, I suspect it would have been somewhere in the region of 15 seconds. That's cost him. See if he can get back into the points. That's his challenge now. Meanwhile, the big race is, well, Falsey and Robbo are passing each other for 4th consistently. But really, it's the race for 6th that is the most contested one. We've got Mini E in his Alpine. This will be a big haul for them, but they can't. But Floyd Free getting more points than them would just be catastrophic. So he's got to get past, because his rear gunner, Peter Crisp, is out of the points. So this is a massive, this is full championship position. Robbo's got past Falsey. I'll skip that, that's going to keep going I think. Yeah, that's probably going to go to the end of the race. So what can Mini E do here? He's got DRS. To the inside, comes the outside, but he's close enough now for a second stab with the DRS. He's into the inside. Meanwhile, Kurtuf is looking at Henke. Henke now gets upside Mini E. Mini E's pushed out wide. He loses 3 positions. He's now back with Peter Crisp and he's almost out of the points. 1 point now for them. Kurtuf and Victor Mildew and fine as well. Mildew taking advantage in their tussle. Henke's now on the back of Floyd Freak. You expect Henke will get past Floyd Freak. He's been great on the passing. Mini E now having a mechanical fault, having gone wide. But the Williams has now got up into 6th. So Williams having a great lap there from what was next to nowhere. But Floyd Freak comes straight back at him. And now Henke's on the defensive from Mildew. If we look at tyre life, Henke with the hards. Mildew with the soft, so he's got a bit more bite out of the corners, but he's not got longevity. So Mildew's going to fade as this race goes on, but he does have the best tyre life in percentage. Got yellow flags. They're gone. Don't know what it was for. It was Jimbo Django mechanical fault. That's a real shame because he's kind of nowhere, but he's in that podium position. Henke's got round Floyd Freak. Floyd Freak's now going to come straight back at him. Floyd Freak does not give up. Every point so meaningful. Meanwhile, the Mercedes are tripping over themselves. Kutuv's now ahead of Mildew. It's giving Mini E a chance to come back. This is starting to get a little bit vom-inducing with the way that camera's spinning, so welcome to this camera. Kutuv now gets ahead of Floyd Freak with a DRS assistance. He's got to try and get onto the back of Henke. Comes to the outside, the inside, sorry, for turn 3. Breaks late and he's through. And this will be a great haul for the Mercedes if they can hold on to 6th place. Absolutely fantastic result. We are 3 or 4 laps from the end. Tyre life now is going to be crucifying some guys. Many people are doing better. Falsey's one of those guys who's going to be on the edge for a million. Similar 33% each. Grin's going to have to come in. It's a dire end to the season for Grin. There, let's go back to Floyd Freak, who, just to show you that Kutuv hasn't driven away, everyone's behind him. There's a line of stone. I'm going to switch over to Robbo. Let's come out of the final corners and see if we can get that stricken McLaren. The McLaren would dearly love a podium here, but championship position is really at stake here for Aston Martin. They've gone around the outside. Grinvad puncture. I'm not surprised. His tyre life was looking pretty poor. And there it goes. And it's really early in the track, in the lap, so it's going to take him a long time to get back. So yeah, Robbo's now got a hold onto this position. We are now fuel limited. Falsey. Fine. Deploy. Conserve. Just survive. Falsey. Survive. Final. Oh god. Final lap. I've got to do all that. Oh well. That's what it is. Jimbo Django. Ooh! What the hell, Grin? Grin's gone round again. What are you doing? That is absolutely dangerous behaviour there by the RBs, and that's not the way this championship season should be ending. We're going to cut away from that and cut to the racing. Yeah, I can't edit and look at this. We just have to look at this. Jimbo Django going to see if he can do anything into this final corner. As Darkside by 1 or 2 wins, Lewis is second. Robbo is here to take third. The battery's empty for Falsey. That's not good because that means that this could be a problem. I need you to do stuff. Did he make the line? Yes, he did. And he's going to pull over. That's the second time this season he's done that. Henke 6, Kutuv 7. Floyd 3, getting points for his kicks out there. Ahead of Peter Crisp, who got the points for Alpine. That was not in the predictions early on in this race. Mildew with the 1 point for Mercedes. Second one in the points. Mini 11th, very disappointed. Cheeky equally disappointed. He only got within 2 seconds of that chasing pack. If he'd come in a lap earlier, he'd been in the points. Just saying. And then we're down into the guys who Ball was a little bit anonymous. I'm sure something happened to him that I can't recall early in the race. Vermilion having the dire one, Drummy equally so with the puncture. Red Dog, bad times, and yeah, Grin still going round. Not impressed.
The RB team are absolutely overjoyed, having sealed the Constructors' title.
You know what? It was a close-fought competition. I think we all found it a tough championship to call.
Well, Karoo, How do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there though.
And from our team in Sao Paulo, a big thank you for joining us this weekend.
And that's it for this season of Formula One. The teams will be working hard in the break.
So Darkside wins the race by a good 8 seconds from Lewis D, who's again a further 8 seconds up from Robert 92, who did get the fastest lap and securing that extra point for Aston Martin. Jimbo Django in 4th, Falsey 5th. Henke very close at the end there, 6th place for the Williams. We're very happy with that. And we did a lot of this rundown as we were going through. So let's see how the drivers' standings ended up. Lewis D ended up winning the best of the rest there with 89 points, just 3 points ahead of Darkside by 182. That was really close there. I probably should have spent a bit more time looking at the driver standings as we were racing. It's just occurred to me now. Apologies. Falsey in 4th, those 10 points, jumping Captain Red Dog, who has gone from 2nd to 5th in one race, so very disappointing for him. Robbo 92 jumping up, well, staying in 6th, but with a big points haul, making him jump into that chasing pack. Imra Hills is the best of the rest with 46 points, 1 point ahead of Board and 6 ahead of Drummy, but none of those scored. But Jimbo Django manages to climb into the top 10 with that good result today. Disappointment for Devlin and Vermillion. They'd expected more from today's opportunities. Henke, though, manages to jump up 3 places with those 8 points. Mildew gets that 1 point as well. 15 points, making him the best Mercedes driver for the race. For the season, Kutuf getting 6 points means he massively improves his hauls for the year. Fluid Freak getting the 5th points for Kick Sauber, and Peter Crisp ensuring that he's the lead Alpine, which will give you a hint on who won that battle at the back. But the battle at the top, as we've heard, RB, it was expected, but they did it. They got top of the constructors. Red Bull, obviously in 2nd place. GRcade Racing managed to just pip Aston Martin, despite Aston Martin getting the better points haul. So a good tussle there. McLaren looking down 5th. No change for Ferrari and Haas. Mercedes not doing quite enough to jump over Haas. But they did manage, wow, to just beat Williams. That must be on countback. We can't see that, but yet they've got Williams and the Sauber at the death have managed to pip Alpine for that last place position. Well, looking at the fastest laps, I still didn't get one for GRcade Racing. So GRcade Racing is going to finish the season dead last with 0 points accrued. McLaren locked this one down. Red Bull in 2nd. Ferrari jumped to 3rd. Alpine down to 4th. RB down to 7th with Aston Martin and Williams going at 1 place each. So that's how that has all concluded. Thank you very much for following this season. We might do another one of these at some point, maybe in the summer break. We shall see. But thank you very much for following the GRcade Racing team and everyone in this season. Right, catch you all later, guys.